I just had the most fun watching him punch Digimon. It was so fun.
Forgive me for my wrongs, I have just begun. Ain't no mercy, ain't no mercy.
Yo, this is the third and final retrospective video because Ghost Game, Data, or Beat Breakers, or whatever it's called, they're not the OGs like the others were for me. Like, I grew up on the others. These, I'm a whole ass adult man when these are coming out, so. Anyways, Digimon Beta Squad. The GOAT of the GOATs for Digimon series. Look, I know I'm one of the far and few between whose favorite series of all time is Data Squad. Tamers is a close second, but does Tamers have a boxing man beating the shit out of Digimon for the fun of it? Bro, do they? Do they have as much fun animating Marcus Damon beating the shit out of a Kakatorimon? You know, like Goku beats the shit out of anybody who's weaker than him. Bro, when I tell you, it's just so fun to watch. Marcus Damon throwing hands with everything that exists. He literally punched and knocked down a big-ass chicken. Kakatorimon. Bro, it was so fun to watch. I don't know how to say this without sounding stupid as hell, but that single-handedly carried the series. The series even had a great story, in my opinion. It had some parts where it dragged out a little bit, you know. It had some heartbreaking deaths and everything, but I just had the most fun watching him punch Digimon. It was so fun. And don't get me wrong, that's not to say that the story didn't actually do things for this generation, because this story is honestly similar to Tamers with the dark theme. People killing Digimon for no real reason. Kurata was on this mission to just destroy all Digimon for no reason. When this man killed the one, the only Marukimon, or Mercurymon for you Digimon nerds, I didn't know what to do. Marukimon was so goated, okay? I loved that man. He was based off Hermes, you know, Mercury. Bro was super fast, and all bro wanted to do was protect the digital world. And he wasn't even doing anything to people. And he got murdered in cold fucking blood. And then, it wasn't only him, he murdered Saber Leomon. He had murdered Saber Leomon, man. And he's not even the only Leomon that dies in this series. My boy, Bacho Leomon, turned himself into crystal to hold up the digital world. And I don't know what to do, bro. I don't know. And then Marcus's father comes back somehow because King Crazel's like, yeah, you're right. I was OD whack. Have your father back, man! Which had me fucking lost. And somehow Kurata had turned into Belphamon. And then, like, Belphamon awakened mode. Like, I don't know how we got here. How did we get here, man? The math ain't mathin'. And then, like, it has the best Greymon line. Because Geo Greymon looks so fucking goated. I don't care what anybody says. I will dick ride that Greymon. It is so cool. But, bro, Digimon Tamers did have its dark themes, alright? Like, genuinely, the eradication of Digimon, much like it did in Tamers, is a really dark theme generalized, because, as you know, from the Tamers video, Digimon are honestly just people, except Digimon. They basically have the souls of people. And it's the same idea as discrimination IRL. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about that because that's not what my channel is about. But it's it's the idea, right? And so that's honestly a part of the dark themes. And then there's genuine stakes like there was in Tamers as well. People have a rough time. Look, sure, Marcus got his happy ending. That did happen. But not everybody did, unfortunately. I mean, most of the main cast did. But I mean, Kentorosmon, he ended up dying, I believe. He froze himself to stop one of the other royal knights, which was honestly heartbreaking to see. And I believe there was another royal knight who ended up dying to save everybody. And then the fight with King Drazel, which, honestly, by no metric of the word should they have won. That's what I call plot armor. When something's basically a god of a world and you're that strong, I mean, bro, there's no reason you should be losing to a few Digimon and their pals. Come on, man. Anyways, I was having a lot of fun making this video, and this is the final retrospective before the movie version, but I enjoyed making these. This one was made much more recently than the others. Like, the others I probably recorded about 5 to half a year ago. 5 months to half a year ago. So, yeah. That's it for me on this one. Peace.
Digimon Fusion.
We live in a digital world. Little monsters everywhere. Join our team, let's fuse together. It's Digimon Fusion now. We've got the power for all to see. We're stronger when we act as one. We're gonna change the world. It's Digimon Fusion now.
Digimon Fusion. It's a tale of two stories. Because Digimon Fusion is separated by Digimon Fusion and then Digimon Fusion Wars, I think. I forget. But so the first season is where we are introduced to our three Digidestin who accidentally gets transported to the world, yada yada. You heard it a million times. And they don't all get Digipartners. Only the main guy does. And it is to Shoutmon, who is this rambunctious, self-proclaimed king of the digital world. Because that is the idea of Fusion to begin with, is that these different Digimon are trying to fight for the keys to the code so they can be the king of Digimon. It's kind of like an all-star or a champion or something like that. But he's like a small, tiny little rookie. In this world, evolutions exist, but we're not going to see much of them. What we're going to see is straight up combinations. What I mean by that is, so Shoutmon doesn't really digivolve. What he does is he combines code with other Digimon who follow him, because again, the whole idea is about kingship, and like, you're the ruler and you have Digimon that follow you. So his followers will actually combine with him to become stronger versions of Shoutmon. We see a couple of different combinations because other Digimon who kind of have that kind of, not even like wanting being king, but kind of that like commandership also will fuse, but they don't call it like Shoutmon times 5 like they did with the other ones, but it's like Shoutmon plus Sparrowmon, stuff like that. So you're not really getting Digi-evolutions like we've seen in any other season. You're getting Lego Digimon, combining them together. Digimon Transformers. Which is kind of cool. The story is pretty much that, yeah, they go to each region, get the key from like the code, like it's like, we respect you, here's our key as our king. Whichever Digimon can get all the keys becomes the Digimon king. And that goes on for about 40 episodes. We do see other kids who also want to be the Digi-Kings, and like they have their own empire, so different Digidestins are fighting for the top spot. There's evil Digimon with their own empires. So that's kind of what it is. It's kind of Three Kingdoms Digimon. for like 40 episodes. Until one of the sub-bosses kills one of the main villains, takes all of the keys, boots half the kids back to their world, and pretty much we think they lost. And that's where season 2, where it's very much a different tone. Because the first 40 episodes, it was very like jokey and jolly. There was a couple of dark things, but for the most part, it was very slapstick. And what really helps is in season 2, they get rid of the comic relief. They weren't connected to any Digimon. They were just there as friends to the main guy. So they're gone, and we're left with the cool renegade guy, the girl with a dark past connected to this really loyal Digimon, and then the main guy. So we get rid of the fat. Also, we have more of a direct villain, because before it was like a free-for-all, but now it's everyone versus this Digimon that did win. And that's kind of cool. I love a good like redemption story, or like when a villain wins, because it means, holy shit, this person's on a different level. Now we got to get serious. And they do get serious. Like, they get more interesting combinations. They get more into their emotions. Like, these kids actually have personalities. These kids have more like interesting backstories. Some of the Digimon have really cool backstories that get put up, and like it feels like a really well-def redemption story, or like a Three Kingdoms story. So I don't know if it's going to be everyone's key like type of tea or type of show, because it is long and it is a bunch of episodes to slog through to get to the meat of what's really interesting. But it is important because it is set up. Like, it sets up the idea of this Digimon world, fusions, connections. It's just not really fun to watch, but it gets really good in the second season. And the second season is absolutely